Okay, now I'm going to look at that a value. I notice my a value is positive. Yay, that means my graph opens up. Okay, now I want to find that axis of symmetry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the x values of my two intercepts and I'm going to add them together and divide by 2. That's going to give me the halfway point between them. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2, divided by 2 is negative 1. That means x equals negative 1 is my axis of symmetry. Now all that is left is I got to take that negative 1, plug it into my equation to figure out the y value, because remember, your axis of symmetry and your vertex are one and the same pretty much. It's just that the axis is more of a line. So we're going to take negative 1 and plug it in for x. Okay, so we get y equals 2 times negative 1 plus 3 is 2. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. So y equals 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So I'm going to go down to negative 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my vertex is the point negative 1, because that was my axis of symmetry, negative 8. Now, what's really cool about this form, you don't even have to find that other point. You can just go ahead and draw in your nice smooth curve there, and you're done. Alright, the very last thing that we have to do with this section is change an equation from intercept form into standard form. And we're just going to do that by doing our algebra, combining like terms. So we have y equals negative 2, x plus 5, x minus 8. First thing you're going to do is you're going to FOIL. You're going to worry about that 2 outside the parentheses later. Okay, so we're going to FOIL. We're going to do our first terms, our outer terms, x times negative 8, negative 8x. Our inner terms, 5 times x is 5x. And then our last terms, 5 times negative 8, negative 40. Now we're going to combine like terms within our equation here. X squared minus 3x minus 40. The very last thing I need to do is I can't forget about that negative 2 out front. I'm going to distribute the negative 2 to each term. Negative 2x squared plus 6x, watch your negatives, plus 80. That is my intercept form changed into standard form. You will also have to change from vertex into standard form. Again, all we're doing is combining like terms. We have 4x minus 1 squared plus 9. Now, I'm going to tell you about a mistake everybody might make. This exponent. We do not distribute the exponent. We can't do that because of this subtraction sign. What that means is that I actually have 2 of my x minus 1 factors. That is all that means. You cannot distribute it. You can only distribute it if it was like a 4x squared, something like that. But we don't have that. We have a binomial. You cannot distribute an exponent across a binomial like that. So again, we're going to FOIL first. We get 4 times x squared minus 1x gives me negative 2x plus 1 plus 9. We distribute our 4x squared minus 8x plus 4 plus 9. Very last thing is I have to add those guys. 4x squared minus 8x plus 13. Now, what I want you guys to do is to, if you need to, rewatch some of these videos, write down your questions, maybe try a few problems out of the book. Get all of your questions ready to go for class, and we will do tons of practice.